What's up guys, Velo here back again with another video, and today we're going to talk a little bit more about tunneling. I know that we've covered tunneling in the past, but today I want to just show you guys my 3 favorite tunnels that I've been using recently in the game and in zone wars and things like that, and hopefully you guys can use these and practice these. We're going to show you exactly how to do them, not just show you what they look like, but break it down so you know where to aim your crosshair, what buttons to hit, what builds to place, and so forth. Alright, this first tunnel is going to be a straight tunnel, meaning we are just moving straight forward, and we're going to protect ourselves on all sides, and then I'll show you guys a few variations how to conserve mats based on where your enemies are positioned. All right, so let's build up just a couple levels so we can show you guys what this looks like when you're up off the ground, but you could do this on the floor as well. What you're gonna do is start with your platform here, which is gonna be your floor. You're gonna build 2 walls, one here and one here, and you're gonna do this simultaneously. What I like to do is kind of look down. It just helps me when I'm building my ramp, which is gonna come next. So it's gonna look like this. We're gonna go wall, wall, and while I'm looking down here, making sure you're standing on this side of your floor when you're doing them to the right, I'm gonna go ahead and build a ramp. Okay, so that is the complete box that we're kind of making, and then you're gonna edit through the wall, place a floor, wall, wall, and then that ramp. Okay, and now you guys can see how this tunnel is starting to shape up. Now, a few mistakes that I tend to make when you edit through. When you place these 2 walls, what happens is you'll be looking too far this way when you place that ramp, and now you're not protected from the side. In fact, a lot of the times you'll accidentally phase through and you'll actually go up, okay? So make sure that you're patient and you're disciplined with that ramp placement. Make sure you're looking over to the right if you're going this direction. Okay, so we're going to do this again. Floor, as soon as you open up that wall, you can place the floor, wall, wall, and as you're looking here, build that ramp, and it's going to place above you because you're looking down inside your box and you have a wall here breaking it. So a few variations of this tunnel. Really quick guys, if you're enjoying this content and you want to hang out with me live, I stream on Twitch 5 to 6 nights a week over at www.twitch.tv/velostinks. Come in there and tell them that you came from a YouTube video. That'll really make me happy, put a smile on my face. Let's get back into the video. If you don't need to be completely protected from all sides, okay? The reason that I'm putting this wall out in front of us is because somebody is potentially in front of us shooting through our tunnel. But if I know that nobody's in front of us, maybe we're running into the storm or towards the storm and we're in the front, then we can forget about this wall, okay? What you're gonna do in that case is you're gonna build that floor. Don't build the wall here. All you're gonna do is look down here, build that wall, and then that ramp, okay? Floor, wall, ramp, just like that. Floor, wall, ramp, floor, wall, ramp, floor, wall, ramp. Now the timing and that pattern, it's gonna take a little practice, okay? Start slow, guys. You're gonna do it at this speed right here. Floor, look down here, build that wall, build that ramp, immediately switch to your floor, okay? And this is why. Right now, if you're turbo building, you still have that ramp out. So if I look this way, it's gonna build a ramp, okay? So as soon as you place that ramp, let's do it again. Floor, wall, ramp. As soon as you place that ramp, place a floor again, okay? Obviously, it's not gonna place right here because you're standing there and you've already built one, but when you look out here, it's gonna place that floor, okay? So floor, wall, ramp, and we're hitting our floor button, wall, ramp, floor. Wall, ramp, floor. And although we're not building a floor when I say floor, it's gonna happen as soon as we look out this way. Okay, so this is an event that somebody is not directly in front of us. We don't have to be worried about being shot from this direction, okay? This is only using 30 builds per square, guys. This is pretty mat efficient, all right? Now, there's some cases where you don't have to worry about one of your sides, right? Maybe we don't have to worry about people shooting from this side. All our enemies are over here, but we're still up off the ground. So in this case, we can forget about the wall on the side. We can only worry about the ramp and the floor. Now, this is why I like to look down, because if I was looking out like this, like before when you had the wall here, you could look here and build your ramp and it'll place above you, right? But in this case, since we're only doing floors and ramps, you want to be looking down at your floor so that you don't accidentally build your ramp either off your floor here or down off the ground there, okay? So looking down here. So the way that I'm doing this is I'm going ramp and then I'm immediately hitting my floor button. So like right now I just hit floor. So when I look out here, the floor places, ramp, floor is the button pattern that I'm hitting. I'm going to ramp, floor, ramp, floor, ramp, floor, ramp, floor, looking down to that bottom right if I'm going right. If I wanted to do this to the left, I would just look down to the bottom left. It's a little bit different on the eyes when you're going left, just because you have to come across your character model, right? But that is a way to do it from different directions. Now, you don't have to use ramps. I like using the ramps, but sometimes you want to be looking and getting vision. What I mean by that, let's say that the enemy is over this way and you're doing this, you're doing the ramps, you're not really getting a lot of vision of what that enemy is doing. What you could do is do walls, right? So you could go like this, floor, wall, floor, wall, floor, wall. And you're kind of getting more vision as you look through your, your building walls as you do that. You don't have any protection from above in this situation, keep that in mind. Whereas with the ramp, when you're doing the ramp floors, you have protection from above and from the side. Okay, so that's nice. I tend to use the ramps in most situations. And if I need to get vision and I'm doing this, right? What I can do is I can stop, edit, hit my edit key, and I have vision going through that ramp, okay? So those are the few different variations. Just to recap really quick, if you need ultimate protection in a straight tunnel, wall, wall, ramp, edit, floor, wall, wall, ramp, edit, floor, wall, wall, ramp, okay? And don't forget, you can always get vision by just hitting edit on one of these ramps just like this. This next variation is going to be a diagonal tunnel, meaning we're going this direction against the grid instead of going straight. Now we're moving on a diagonal like this, okay? But the tunnel, this is a little bit more traditional diagonal tunnel. This is something that's been used for quite a while now, but I still use this primarily when I'm only being pressured from one side, okay? And what I mean by that is that the enemy is over on my left and I'm trying to move on this diagonal. What I'll do is I'll place 2 walls here, and then I'll go floor, 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 wall, wall, floor, 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 4 floors, wall, wall, floor, floor, floor. It's kind of like this loop, wall, wall, okay? It also protects me from above, and of course it gives me a platform to run on. So this is a more traditional diagonal tunnel. I'm gonna show you guys, if you're not familiar, just some of the things that you might encounter. What you wanna do is have your floor piece already selected. What you're gonna do is look down, up, left, and right. So it's kind of like this circle when you're doing it this direction. If we were going the other direction, you would kind of do a clockwise circle, but in this case, you can do a counterclockwise circle. And then when you finish here, you want to wait until you kind of get close or across this threshold. You're going to go wall, wall. So floor, 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 wall, wall, floor, 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 wall, wall. And what I see a lot of people doing, and I tend to do it sometimes, is jumping when they are exposed for that quick second. Because look at, you are exposed. If there's an enemy over there, you're exposed right now as you're placing this, okay? So that's a good time to kind of be in the air, be a harder target to hit, but it's a little bit more advanced movement, okay? So practice that one. Also, you wanna practice the other direction, okay? So what you're gonna do, now we're going to the right. You guys can see that we're doing this clockwise circle, wall, wall, as soon as we get close to or across that threshold. And you could also do it with the jump. All right, guys, just recap. This is a diagonal moving tunnel. When I need to protect my right side, if I need to protect my left side, it looks like this. And then, of course, you can always add in that jump. All right, now one other variation that you'll see people do with this diagonal tunnel is they'll do the same thing, except they'll protect both sides. Okay, this is a more protected version of a diagonal tunnel where they'll go wall, wall, floor, floor, wall, wall, floor, floor, wall, wall, just like this, okay? This isn't bad. I've used this for a long time, but you are exposed a lot from out in front of you, okay? So if there's somebody in front of you, you're gonna be taking shots in the face, and what you have to do to combat that is build a 5th wall here, edit, floor, floor, wall, 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 right? And then you're editing, floor, floor, wall, 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 editing, floor, floor, wall, wall, wall. So this uses a tremendous amount of builds. One of the other drawbacks to this tunnel is that it's very open, meaning if an enemy slips in the back of your tunnel, they're gonna have this long line of sight on you, and it's just gonna be really easy for them to hit some shots on you before you have time to react and turn around and reset that wall behind you. So this is the 3rd variation. This is the 3rd tunnel that I wanna show you guys. This is a new variation that I've seen a lot of the pros using when they're trying to do protected diagonal tunnels, okay? Fully protected diagonal tunnels. What they'll do instead is go floor. They won't put the floor up here, right? Just floor, wall, wall, ramp. This looks familiar, guys, right? Remember that forward-facing tunnel that we did? Except now what they'll do, because instead of doing the straight tunnel that I showed you guys, they're having to move on a diagonal. So from here, they'll edit out just like that, floor, wall, wall, ramp. Okay, same thing. Edit this one, floor, wall, wall, ramp. So they're switching sides. They're going to the right, floor, and then to the left, floor, wall, wall, ramp, edit, floor, wall, wall, ramp, edit, floor, wall, wall, ramp. So that ramp is placing above us. Edit, floor, wall, wall, ramp, edit, floor, and you guys can get more efficient with this with time. Now, this is the cool thing about this tunnel, okay? 1, it uses less materials, right? We're using 4 builds per square as opposed to 5 builds per square for the traditional fully protected diagonal tunnel. For me, the most exciting thing about this tunnel is the amount of vision you can get. Okay, so say we just tunneled, we got to here, we haven't edited this wall yet, but we wanna see what's happening behind us. We can come here and just hit our edit button on any of these ramps and look at how much vision we have, okay? If I saw a person tunneling over here and they weren't protecting this side, I could really quickly either edit this ramp and take shots at them, or if I wanted to go up, I could just turn this ramp around and start cranking or go up a level or start taking shots at a player by peeking over my ramp. There's a lot of variations that you can do there, guys. So I love that. The third thing I love about this tunnel is that you don't have as much vision if somebody is to break in. So it's like, say somebody pickaxes through here, they're behind you in your tunnel. It's a lot harder for them to get a good line of sight. Unless they crouch, they could kind of see here. One little trick to combat this is just every now and then again, instead of doing a peanut butter edit on the bottom, just do a door and run through it. And now that's going to be a lot harder. It's going to completely block that line of sight for anybody that breaks in further behind you. All right, guys, so just really quick recap. We went over the straight tunnel. We went over a few variations of this straight tunnel, but the protected one looked like this, where we're doing floor, wall, wall, ramp, right? And then edit, floor, wall, wall, ramp, edit, floor, wall, wall, ramp, edit, floor, wall, wall, ramp, just like this. That was the straight variation. We also showed you guys how to do it without that wall out in front of us, where we're just looking to the side, wall, ramp, right? Floor, wall, ramp, floor, wall, ramp, floor, wall, ramp, like that. And then we also showed you guys how to do it without the wall. So you're looking down and you're hitting your ramp. So ramp, floor, ramp, floor, ramp, floor, ramp, floor, ramp, floor. Okay, so there's a few different variations we did of the straight tunnel. The more traditional diagonal tunnel we showed you guys, this is still one that I use pretty much when I'm trying to protect myself from one side. Okay, so it looks like this. We start with this box right here, and we just do a, in this case, clockwise circle with our floors, wall, wall, clockwise circle with our floors, wall, wall, clockwise circle with our floors, wall, wall, right? And if we needed to do it the other way, it would look like this. Clockwise circle to counterclockwise circle, rather. Just like that. Now remember, we did show you guys how to protect it from both sides, but we showed you kind of the drawback of doing it this way. And the alternative method was going to be floor, wall, wall, ramp, edit, floor, wall, wall, ramp, edit. This is protected from all sides. It's using fewer mats, and it's giving you the ability to have vision and also not be shot as likely from behind from an opponent that sneaks into your tunnel further down the line. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. So if you did enjoy this, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and comment down below. I want to know what you guys think about this. If you're having troubles with it, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video.